Hello, welcome back to Questing Phoenix, episode 27. So, in the last episode, we did some work on the power, got some good stuff going there. Got plus positive energy going, even with none of the generators running, so that's good. Eventually, we'll want to get into extreme reactors because we'll need a lot more power. In fact, the thing I want to do that's going to need a lot more power pretty soon. We want to start getting into environmental tech and doing void mining because that's how we're going to get resources without mining at some point. There is RF tools in this pack, but I disabled the builder quarry. I don't want world holes, and I basically want this pack to be focused on a single mechanic for doing something, more or less. So no builders, no quarries, void miners. That's what you have. You have the Botania one, and you have the environmental tech one. Those are your options for automated mining. So to get into that, though, I want to start getting into Flux Networks. So we want to get some Flux, and we'll get a Flux controller for that. So yeah, let's get some of that cooking up. Let's make a pattern for this. There is a mechanic where you can get flux from bedrock. It seems weird. I changed the cooking redstone. I think I've seen that in another pack somewhere, so I added it to something. So, oh, I'm out of slots in the cooking crafter. That's okay. We'll get another one. So, you are the cooking crafter. Need the Yeta wrench. And there we go. Now we can make flux. So, let's get some flux. Alright, there we go. Get some flux. Step 1 created. We now have a controller. Need to get a flux plug and a flux point. So let's get... how much we're going to need of this stuff? I don't even know. Maybe... let's keep half a stack on hand. That seems right to me. So, flux controller, you don't really need one. I'm going to put it in the corner over here. At some point, everything will go through the controller, and we'll have one. So, power network. Power is red, I think. There we go. We have a channel, and basically, we don't have anything on here. There's nothing going on. But that's okay. We will soon have things going on. So let's see here. We need flux points and flux plugs. So a flux plug will put energy in the network, and a flux point will take it out of the network. So we're going to need to figure out how to make flux cores and flux blocks. Alright, so how do you make flux cores? You need obsidian, flux, and eyes of ender. Do we have ender eyes? We do. We don't have very many ender pearls left. We don't know how to make ender eyes either. So we'll have to teach you how to do that. Here's how you make an eye of ender. Blaze powder. Don't know how to make that either. So we will sag mill that up. Okay, so there's that and that. And let's put this in the sag mill. There we go. So, can you make a flux core? Yes, yes it can. Okay. Can you make a flux block? Sure. Do you know how to make flux blocks? I teach you that? Nope. Okay, let's get a pattern for that as well. And let's put some more patterns in here. Okay, so I want one of these guys. So I want, there we go. I think we'll keep a few of these on hand as well. All right, try that again. There we go, flux point completed. And flux core. And there we go. So we're not going to need that many flux points. I mean flux plugs, but we will need a lot of flux points. So let's teach you how to make those. And we'll keep that on demand. Okay. I'm thinking you just don't need that much flux, so we're just going to keep 10 in there. Alright, a flux point and a flux plug. So the flux plug and the point are basically going to go both right up in here. Alright, so we're going to have, this is going to take from the network, I think. And then we'll use the flux point to power things. And that will let us do some nice things with cleaning up some of the cables. I think, anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, we should be able to clean up these cables right here. And then power this guy with the power network. And there we go, he's powered. So that will help us get rid of all of these energy cables. It does break connection to there, so I have to go fix that real quick. So, I don't know, we'll probably take it over here or something. You know, 1 over. Won't matter that much. Since it's hidden anyway. Okay. There we go. So, there we are, our first flux point. And we can see that our networks, we're using this much power. The only thing on here is our one flux point. Now, if you get a lot of flux points, you'll get confused by what they are. So let's name them. There we go. This is the RS controller. So now I know which one is doing what. The RS controller is taking 242 R per tick. And the flux plug is the power input. This is the capacitor bank. And there we go. So all we need to do is hide all this stuff back down here. And that is the beginnings of flux storage. And we wanted to get into flux storage because wireless power is really, really useful. We're going to use it to work on environmental tech. I will clamp the 4 later on, but for now what we want to do is work on that. So let's look into our book. Oh, we get some rewards. How nice. It also has storage, but I'm just going to use the Ender IO thing for all of my storage. It's going to be fine. So that will be a good thing. Okay, so yeah, let's go look into environmental tech. Now, we need to create this digital guide first. So we need to know how to make litherite crystals. So let's teach you how to make those guys. Alright, we're going to need flint, diamonds, lime dye, and green dye. You don't have either of those dyes going on. And we can't or dictionary it because it would use any kind of dye. I don't think that would work. So we really need to get the right kind of dye. So let's make sure we've got the right kind of petals in stock. So lime petals, we don't have a pattern for that. And green petals, don't have a pattern for that either. Alright, so let's get lime and green petals, and we'll keep them in stock here. And we need another interface and an external storage and a crafting upgrade. Where's my axe? Here we go. Alright, extract only, crafting upgrade, because we need to make floral powder. We need to make this guy, but not with that, we need to make it with mystical green petals. And then lime will get us the lime stuff. Alright, so, nope, wasn't ready yet. Okay. There we go, green and lime. Okay. Alright, that should be good for that. Now we can go back to making litherite, which can now use these floral lime powder and this floral green powder. And there we go, litherite. Oops. Now we need to craft one of those guys. Oh, we get 4, that's nice. And I need a book. I have no leather. Okay. Let's get some charcoal and some coal coke while we're over here. We'll go refresh the Botania setup while we're over there. How's he doing, by the way? You know, we're doing stuff. Now, which one's which? Here you are. There we go. So now we can get our book. Alright, book plus litherite equals digital guide to Valkyrie Live. And we get an assembler. Nice. So I want this guy, the Void Ore Miner Controller. This is basically your automated mining thing. It generates things that are ores, minerals, rocks, stuff like that. There are 2 other kinds. The Void Resource Miner, that gets you the different kind of stones and other things you might go mining for but not actually care about most of the time, diorite and andesite and dirt, things like that. And the Botanic Miner Controller will get you the various kinds of flowers and plants and whatnot. So they're all useful, but this is the most useful for what I want right now. So we need to get a Void Ore Miner Controller Tier 1. So we're going to need some litherite blocks. So let's teach it how to make those. Should be that pattern there. So we're going to need, what, 4 of those litherite? Yeah. Okay, there we go. It's going to use quite a bit of diamonds, so, we're going to have to work about that. But that should be okay. This is a diamond block. How many diamonds do I have, by the way? Not that many. Well, we'll see what we can do. We need interconnects. We need diodes. Diode doesn't look like it should be difficult. So let's make one of those. Alright. What else? We need interconnects and some kind of laser lens. So interconnects. Need to get one of those. We're going to use this black concrete pattern. Need to make this and get this. So there we go. There's that. Put some more patterns in here. Alright. So we needed to get black concrete for that. And we can put black concrete powder to get that. So let's get a pattern for black concrete powder. And we're going to want floral black dye for that. There we go. And then we can get a processing pattern for black concrete in the fluid tank. JEI does not have the recipes correct for this, so when you shift click it puts the water on the wrong side, and I haven't been able to get to put water on the right side and actually put water in there at the same time. It didn't work with Refined Storage for me, so that's why I made the tanks that have lava and water in them all the time. So just remove that from the fluids part and it should work. So that same crafter that has the water bucket can now make black concrete. So yeah, what are we missing for this? We need 2 interconnects. It says it could make them, so let's see if it can. And we need some kind of laser lens. So those are actually pretty easy. We just need a clear one. Any color will do, actually. But the clear one just is made from glass. So there we go. Laser lens. Okay, did you get your concrete? It says you did. So can we make this now? Never made the diode. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Quest complete. And our reward is a crystal laser lens. Crystal laser lenses, all the different colors of lasers focus for different materials, and they give you a higher chance of getting those materials. So they're very useful because the higher tiers are faster but use more energy. But you want to be able to get to the higher tiers as fast as possible, or at least be able to do that. So we might make more than one miner, but right now I'm going to have barely enough power to run one, sometimes. So for now, we'll just not worry about this too much. We'll get the single one and try to focus so we can get the higher tiers. So now that we have all those things, how do we use this? Well, it's actually a giant multi-block structure. So we'll go into our digital guide, environmental tech, and I want to go into void ore miners, and we want a tier 1. It tells you how big it is. It's 7 wide, 7 deep, and 4 tall. We need 24 structure frame tier 1s. We're going to need 20 structure panels. We're going to need no modifiers. We're going to need 2 laser core and 1 laser lens. It says a clear laser lens, but actually whatever color you want to use is fine. Just have to have some laser lens. So let's see if we can make all of those things. So we need a tier 1 structure frame. Let's require interconnect, litherite, lapis. Yeah, that looks doable. And then structure panels. Require these things. Those I think are all doable. And we need the laser cores. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Ooh, I might be out of iron too, so we might have to go mining. Laser cores. Yeah. And the lens we already have. So let me go mining real quick and get some more iron. And when I come back, we will build this and see how it works. Alright, back from mining. Let's see if I can finish this up. So, where were we? Need a couple of these laser cores. Needed a lens. Needed 24 of these structure panels, which it can make, and 20 of these, which we can make. I'm a little bit surprised. I didn't think I'd have enough iron to make all of that. Alright, I will come back when it's done crafting. Alright, should have everything we need to make this now, except for the controller. So let's grab that too. Just going to take this outside somewhere, probably, I don't know, right over here. I'm going to raise it up 2 off the ground. And we'll place the controller. Then we'll break these 2 things. And then we'll make use of that assembler. So you just right click and hold it. It's a by 4. Okay, try that again. Alright. Now let's assemble it. There we go, assembled. Didn't put it up 1 too high, that's okay though. We are going to simply surround it. Although not just yet, I need to get in there actually. We have to do one more thing before it will work, and that is we have to dig down to bedrock so that it can see all the way down there. So, let me get my jetpack just in case, and we're just going to dig all the way down to bedrock. Alright, there we go. We are at bedrock. All I have to do is get back up to surface area, and shortly, also put that block back, we should see everything start to work. So put that not there, there. And then we'll hit the assembler again. There we go. And you can see the lasers going all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a little area so you can climb up. Alright, there we go. So now that we see the light, everything should be working. So we need to give it some power. Need to give it a place to output its stuff. So we'll give it some power from the network. And it is now drawing 660 RF per tick. We can turn it off with a redstone signal, so if we don't want it to do that, and let's rename this the Void Miner. There we go. And every, I don't know how long it takes, 400 ticks, I think. So let's see, divide that by 20, so that's 20 seconds for an ore. Yeah. But it'll take a lot of power to get there. And right now we're going to be filtering heavily towards crystals, like the crystals to get the higher tiers of Void Miner. But still, that is the start of automated mining. And you have to do a lot at the lower tiers to get better tiers. And we're going to need to get more power because we're going to drain lots of energy here. I think during the day we could probably sustain it. At nighttime, we definitely could not. but that's why we can turn it off. So, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment and tell me what's wrong with it. Or don't do that. I don't know. Do what you like. It's a free country. Well, the one I'm in is anyway. I said if you're watching YouTube, you're probably in a free country. Free-ish, at least. I will see you next time.